Very simple question today. Is Spielberg back, or is he not? Let's talk about it. What is up, flick fans? Welcome back to my channel. The Fabelmans is Steven Spielberg's brand new semi-autobiographical film, and I was so excited to see how this is going to fit into Oscar season and whether or not this is up there in Spielberg's filmography. Let's do it. Growing up in post-World War II era Arizona, young Sammy Fabelman aspires to become a filmmaker as he reaches adolescence, but soon discovers a shattering family secret and explores how the power of films can help him see the truth. This is written by Steven Spielberg and Tony Kushner, of course directed by Spielberg, and is rated PG-13 for strong language, thematic elements, brief violence, and drug use. That being said, it is one that I believe families can watch together and enjoy because this is a movie about a family. Young Sammy Fabelman is in the midst of a tough predicament, one that he did not anticipate. And the first 15 to 20 minutes of this film, basically we're getting to know who each individual member of this family is. We don't get to know his sisters maybe as much as we do him, but his mom and dad, played by Paul Dano and Michelle Williams, we explore that relationship quite a bit because that relationship is one that grows and changes along with our family dynamic as these kids continue to age. And at the same time, we're getting to look at young Fabelman's love and passion behind the camera, the love of filmmaking, what caused it, what continued it, and how he continues to adjust that mentality as he learns more and as more opportunities come about. Even though there are going to be hardships and trials along the way, this is the story about an aspiring filmmaker and really the love and passion behind movies. But it did not hook me at the beginning. As we're getting to know this family, I'm asking myself, is this just going to be, oh, we're going to the cinema, we're experiencing a movie for the first time, he gets a camera, he makes films. Is that all the Fabelmans is? Because if that's it, then I'm going to appreciate it, but I don't know if I'm going to love it. And the first 15 to 20 minutes, even though there's a great emotional scene from Michelle Williams in there, I was not loving the experience because I just didn't know where the turmoil was going to come, and I was unsure if we were going to really explore young Sammy Fabelman, played by, well, for the most part, Gabriella Bell. I think all of the actors do a really nice job of playing the younger and older versions of these characters, and I like the fact that we will take some time in the midst of the film to sit down and have a conversation between he and his sister, between he and his grandfather. There's a great emotional moment that, once again, reoccurring theme here, involves his mother. Did I say grandfather? I meant great uncle. Yeah. But Michelle Williams does a spectacular job because her character, there's something going on underneath the surface that we're dealing with and becomes pretty much the main plot point moving forward as soon as we discover what it is and the themes that we deal with that these kids have to go through. Great emotional moment of back and forth between they and their parents, but really between Williams and Paul Dano. And then there's Seth Rogen's character of Benny, who plays a big role. Rogen does a great job. I mean, the cast is stacked, yes, but they give us these believable characters. And this movie isn't trying to do something that's inauthentic or shoehorn a plot thread in there or, some crazy storyline that seems like it's almost unrealistic at the time. No, it's really simple. It's about this young boy, what he has to go through with his family, the fact that they move locations, he's having to go to a new school, try to make friends. Of course, it's going to be tough. You get those cliche and conventional bullies in there, but it's how everyone responds to that passion of filmmaking. And he's making these movies, he's making these pictures along the way and learning techniques. I'm thinking of one scene towards the end, one of the best scenes in the entire film. And as he learns more, he begins to put this knowledge to the test, if you will. And that's so great for his character. And his character is obviously going to be the most fleshed out. It's the one that you look at and you're like, yeah, I mean, that does feel like a young Steven Spielberg. And when the movie ends, I feel like some people are going to be really disappointed because it's like all of that for nothing. But knowing that this is kind of Steven Spielberg's story, you understand that he's going to end up where he ends up. So seeing this journey and the growth that we get from this character leading us into real life, I think it makes the movie that much sweeter. I also love that we're exploring these important themes here and the family dynamic at play. Numerous dynamics, but a couple in particular are going to resonate with a lot of people who either had to deal with something similar growing up. And the film's really funny. It's humorous. It's not trying to shoehorn in dumb comedic beats that take away from the rest of the story. No, it's lighthearted. There are moments there where you're going to chuckle and laugh, but almost immediately after, you could get emotional because of where this true-ish story heads, but it never felt jarring. It never felt out of place. I think tonally, it's incredible. Pacing-wise, there may be an issue there for some, and there was for me at the beginning. I'm thinking to myself, where are we headed? But again, when we encounter that first bit of conflict, I started to understand what the movie was going to be, so the pacing didn't bother me thereafter. Could it have been around 2 hours instead of around 2 hours and 30 minutes? I believe so. Yes, that could have benefited the experience. And the fact that it's not this crazy stylistic biopic, not like an Elvis. And I'm not throwing shade at Elvis. Elvis was a really entertaining film. But that's not what this movie is trying to be. It's more simplistic, it's more scaled back, it's focused on the relationships and conversations that he has with his mother on their own time and with his father. How you see shades of his mom in him over here, but his dad's quirks and antics on the other side. And I think that's also a testament to the casting. Before I give you my score for The Fabelmans, let me know down below what's your favorite Spielberg film. If you enjoyed this video and you want to drop a like, that would help out this channel. And today's secret comment is Jaws is scary. Be sure to comment that to confuse everybody who didn't keep watching. So, The Fabelmans is Spielberg at his best, as he tells a carefully crafted and subtle story that leans into his love and passion behind making movies. The family dynamic is handled so well as Michelle Williams crushes her role, and Gabriel LaBelle rises to the occasion in this movie. Rose to the occasion. I'm going an 88% with my score. Like I said, it kept getting better. If you're not loving it at the beginning, stick with it. Spielberg knows how to play on your heartstrings. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. More reviews to come this week.